Good evening. Good evening. Now we got that settled. Welcome to another episode of Varinheim. Before we get started, like always, quick shout out to our sponsor, D&D Beyond. We can keep track of your items, your hit points, and all those wonderful, great things of Dungeons and Dragons. So, recommendation: check out D&D Beyond, and thank you again as our sponsor. Now, last session, the group spent pretty much the entire time shopping. Though Tenethil and Emerald, after the night of the funeral of Garrick, talked to the head of Caden Kursk to get some information on Soren Revus, supposed necromancer who's responsible for the undead attacks on the city of Aston. And what they found was quite disturbing, though not enough. Well, during their shopping spree, a friend of theirs had to leave. Cricket. Unbeknownst to them. What is known, though, is disturbance right outside the shop that they were currently shopping in. And that is where we left off. And that is where we'll pick up. Let's bring them in.
Hello, everybody.
Saphira's not on cam, so just want to call that out right now.
Life stuff happens. We'll
I
get Saphira
know.
back in here as soon as we can.
How about we have someone who's just plain old, like, disappeared?
I mean, more importantly, look right here. That's a new face.
Yes.
That is Zara!
I don't know why
Say
they're
hi.
here yet, but they're here.
I am not a criminal.
You're not a criminal.
I don't believe you yet.
Well, Zara, we'll get to you in just a moment, about 2 seconds, all right?
Sure.
All right. So, you guys, last session, as y'all were shopping, heard a disturbance right outside the shopkeep that y'all were currently getting some pretty decent stuff from, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah. I got a new mace.
Some paper, more ink, a new spell.
New spell.
Ooh, and a fancy pearl.
What sounded like outside, I do want to clarify, what sounded is the knocking over of like barrels and crates and everything, and you heard this one guy just with a gruff voice just going, "Get him! Make sure he doesn't get loose! Hold him tight!" Shopkeep inside is just kind of like, the hell is just kind of moving his head or walking towards the door to try and get a look outside to see what is exactly going on. Tenethil at this point is also, I would say, probably following along just to kind of look outside.
Yeah, I'll stick my head out and see what's going on.
Is there a window on the front of this building or anything?
There is actually a window right here.
Are we in Roll20 right now?
Yeah.
Fancy. Okay. Let me get a little bit over there.
Ye of little faith in me, I would bring such a map.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take the book that I'm looking at and go and wander over to the window and kind of peer out of it. Still looking at the book.
Alright.
I'm looking out over top of Emerald.
Emerald and his poor height.
That's a low
As
blow.
that is a low blow. As the door kind of opens and Tanithil and the
Hey,
shopkeeper
Stanley.
just kind of look out. Emerald, you kind of peering through the doorway as well?
Yes.
Y'all see what appears to be six somewhat burly gentlemen, not gentlemen, men surrounding what appears to be another individual. Zara, would you care to describe your character?
Sure. So, he's kind of big. He is 8'4", has 4 arms and exceptionally hard outer skin, and on the sides of his face are mandibles. He's basically a giant praying mantis. His race is known as the Thrycreen. Um,
Immediate
he's
concern.
he's about 450 pounds. He's just this giant hulking thing. I don't. Right now, his outer shell is light brown.
Right now?
Yes, right now.
And I have a knight token as the thing, because yes, reasons.
I have so many
Uh,
questions.
So many questions.
Yeah, I'm gonna like no longer be looking at the book. I'm most definitely looking more. I'm gonna go
I
walk
don't know
over to the
what that
door and kind
is.
of peer out of it.
I don't know what that is, but it looks a hell of a lot more like something I'd see at home than anything else around here.
Athel just kind of also staring, just like, question is, do we help him or them?
Oh, it doesn't look like they're
Do
fighting yet.
do I know what the hell that thing is?
Roll
Likewise.
roll a history check. And I do want to say that by like this point, Zara, these guys are like trying to like grab onto you. One's actually pulling on a rope, I would say.
Would that be history or nature? Just double checking.
Uh
It's an 18 history check.
You want history?
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that creepy thing is. That's a 4.
My modifier, I got an 18 on it.
You know that it's a Thrycreen there, or at least appears to be a Thrycreen.
What do I
Fida,
know of these
but
things?
you know it's not in this proper terrain.
Definitely not
It's
from
in a
around
city.
here.
It's a giant bug.
Yeah, definitely not in its proper environment. Uh,
I want to walk
I am
over and
technically
see what's
medium
going on.
sized. I'm average sized for my race.
Yes.
Kind of
At-
curious. I'm gonna
Yeah.
kind of follow along behind Emerald.
I would like to approach and just kind of not quite yell, but like talk at a volume they can hear me as I approach. It's like, is there a problem here, fellas?
I'm
As-
following behind Emerald.
As like you're kind of like getting up close and everything. Oh, that reminds me. Sorry there, Zara. I apologize.
For what?
You're not allowed to move your token yet.
There you
have
go.
no powers.
You have
Oh.
power now over your token.
Gotcha.
As you
Apologies
guys
if
are
I seem
kinda,
a bit distracted. I am adding the finishing touches onto this character in roll 20 still.
it's all good. As you guys are kind of like walking up, and Emerald, you call out to the guys that are currently like trying to like grab onto
Ugh.
their character name.
Deferu?
Oh, Deferu.
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 I did want to mispronounce it wrong. Deferu, as you see them kind of like trying to like grab on, and they're just kind of like turn and look at you. They're like, "Oi, do you not see the giant bug in the street? Clearly not in his own territory."
Is the bug causing a problem for anyone?
It's somewhat concerning, don't you? And like as like he's saying this, like four guys like trying to grab Defero. Which Defero, do you want to roll a strength check?
Sure.
Say that
Strength
one more
saving
time.
throw?
Oh,
Sorry?
Yeah.
0. Never mind.
Okay.
Strength saving throw would be good. Just like as like grab one arm, like the other one just kind of like reaches, just pushes them off. Just they're not able to get a good grip on them. I would say.
I
Despite these
guess
guys.
I will
You think-
call out to this creature. Are you here to cause trouble, or what's going on? Can you understand me?
I just kind of nod at you, and I'm like I'm trying to push these guys away, and just going. I was just walking through.
Is that in
I don't know.
common?
Wait,
Yeah, is that in
what
common?
language is that?
Oh yes, that was in common.
Okay,
You spoke in common, right?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, then
Creature
yes, I
starts
responded in
chittering
common.
at me like, oh,
Give
great.
me 10 minutes, I can figure this
Yes.
out. I'm gonna move forward and just go and smile at the two guys who are here and be like, it doesn't seem like muscles are gonna help in this situation. Can we just talk to him?
You want to deal with the beast? Fine, be my guest.
Just ask,
Oh.
please leave him alone, and we'll be happy to have a talk and figure out what is going on here.
I
We
will
just
say
don't want any of these.
we are pretty good with the guard outposts here. We could try and discern the situation before things escalate. It doesn't seem to be trying to harm anyone.
Yet. Just kind of like
I mean,
looks at
the
her.
same could be said for you.
What have we done?
It
Us
seems
as an
as
individual, let's just try and talk.
if I'm reading the laws of this lovely town properly, violence in the streets is very frowned upon, especially if it's for no reason other than someone walking down the street. So, before we get to violence, why don't we figure out what's going on before the town gets involved and then there's issues?
Roll persuasion.
Sure. That dice was cocked as hell.
Bounced in the corner.
Yeah, it rolled in the corner and it was just like point up on the d20. That's a
Nice.
15 plus 9, so 24.
The guy just kind of like looks at you, just like, fine. You want this on your conscience? If it decides to be a bit of a problem, go right ahead. Be our guest. And he just kind of whispers like, boys, let's go. They
Yes.
can deal with the trouble issue.
As the angry one that was just talking starts to walk away, I just kind of try to slyly trip him a little.
Oh. What would that be? What would that roll just be? Just wanna
Dexterity
roll like a
save on their
dexterity.
part.
Yeah. Yeah, I give that. Just like as like he's going, like he kind of like trips and just kind of stumbles forward, just kind of grunts at you as him and his buddies kind of walk past y'all down the road. Panathil is just kind of eating an egg in the back.
I guess I will approach the creature. I'll give him like a 15-foot berth. Like, not gonna walk right up to this thing, but like walk up a little closer and just like, are you okay?
I'm walking
Uh,
right up.
I cross my lower arms and I wave at you with my upper larger ones. I'm just like, yes, I appreciate your assistance. That happens more often than I'd like to admit.
So, I guess to ask the obvious questions here, where are you from? Clearly, it's not here.
Definitely not from here. Um, trying to remember the name of my hometown. Hold on.
While he's
Chittering
trying to remember that,
noises.
Saphira is just like slowly circling him, just interest, curiously looking him up and down.
Specifically, having to
See
look up to see.
Yeah,
head my head
unusual for
start
her.
tracking you as you go slightly out of my line of sight.
Lightly
The
looking up
eyes are like,
and then down.
So yes, I'm from Runswick. Is it Runswick or Runswick? I'm sorry.
Brunswick.
Runswick, okay. There we go.
Do I have
Runswick.
any idea where that is?
That's another history check.
All
I
right.
have no idea where that is. We haven't gone through there, and this is a new place for me.
I
That
also
is a
don't know where
14
that
history
is.
check.
You're not entirely sure where that's at. You
Yeah.
don't recall hearing that place.
I'm not familiar with that place. But so, what brings you here?
Cattail's just gonna kind of rib Saphira and go, maybe the Aowen Woods? Sorry.
Um, yeah, so I'm actually out of character. I was not sure how my character was going to be introduced, so I'm not sure how to answer that one.
Well, you see,
Sounds good.
I'm very lost. I don't know where
Right?
I am.
It's the half tempted answer. um I don't have an answer for why I'm down here right now. I was just looking for a change of pace. Tired of the same old in Runswick, and wanted to see what other races live like.
What being
It hasn't
accosted
been
in the
pleasant so
streets
far.
looks like.
So, what do
I
you
see.
do?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I dabble in a lot of different things. I know a little bit about a lot.
Well, if you don't mean this town any harm, would you
Oh,
like
none
to
at
at
all.
least walk with us while you're here? Try and avoid another situation.
Oh yes, that would be quite pleasant.
Have you been a lot of places?
Everywhere between here and Runswick.
Ever run across any woods named the Awen Woods?
Not to my recollection.
Of course not. You are interesting. It's not often I see something I haven't seen before.
That would explain most people's reactions to me. I am not a very common species that seems to live out in these areas.
Hmm.
So,
It's not often I run into people taller than me either.
oh
She's just
yeah,
like stands in front of you for a moment, does the whole like tippy toe thing just to see how tall she gets compared to you,
out of
just out of
curiosity, how
sheer
tall are you?
curiosity. She is 8 foot tall.
Oh, nice, yeah, 4 inches. So I'm like right here.
Saphira, they do have shoes for that, you know,
Shoes for what?
to make it so that you're just as tall.
There's
You
like a
don't have to
little
step.
insert down in the bottom of the shoe that gives you a couple inches of lift. It's very popular
Really?
amongst nobles back home. They don't
Interesting. You'll
they
have to
don't like
show me this
feeling
at some
short.
point. What's wrong with being short?
Ask the nobles. I mean, there's no
Well, if we
helping
come
me.
across
I
any,
can't really do much with my height, but they were very concerned with
well, if we run into any, I guess we'll ask.
it. But for now, our plans are we need to get out of town soon to head towards where we're going.
Whereabouts are you headed to?
I've just been kind of roaming, taking everything in as I come to it. Not sure I've really been following a very straight line from Runswick to here. It's just wherever the road seems to go. Did have to get used to roads. Not a lot of those in Runswick.
Yeah, they're a little
Stalker,
weird. Yeah.
is Brunswick on that map we have?
Um, let's find out.
If I'm
Pull
not
out one of
mistaken,
the maps.
if I'm not mistaken, the map that y'all have is of the particular region that y'all are in, or the Ashland.
I have
Kingdom,
3
correct?
maps. I have one of a regional one of Ashland Kingdom, one of the continent as a whole, and one of Kolvik, which doesn't have a whole lot on it.
Okay, so the region that
So I'm
y'all are
pulling
in,
out the regional. Yeah.
yeah, the regional map, which is. I don't even think I actually have a regional thing for. Oh yeah, no, wait, no, I don't.
Pull out the
Bad day.
continent map that I have because I have one as well. It has all my notes on it. And see if I can start finding where this Brunswick place is.
If I'm not mistaken, you do not have on the particular region map that you've got a location of Brunswick.
For
And
the
from what
Ashland one or for the other one?
for the Ashland one, the Ashland region one, for the continent one, neither on that. But if I'm not mistaken, you do have notes on towns and everything, correct? There, Fida,
I would if they're in the 2 journals that I have.
from your family, correct?
Yeah.
Brunswick is not on the regional map. If you don't remember, the regional map has an image pinned in Discord.
Okay. Uh, when it comes to the journals, there is a blip of a mention of Brunswick, but it doesn't actually state where it's at. Just a blip of it. More like a
So I'm
mention.
going to show our new insectile friend this map and ask him if any of it looks familiar in a continent type perspective. If he's ever seen, like, if he can place where Brunswick is.
Sure, I'm gonna examine the map. I'm gonna take it from you and examine it for a minute, and if I see it on there or see any key locations, I will share that.
On the continent, correct? The continent map?
Yep, I have the
Or-
continent map out.
Alright, I'm gonna pull that one up for you guys. He points to the northwest area of the kingdom.
So
Okay.
from right around here.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that's close to like 3 weeks of travel minimum. That's not an accurate description of mileage.
Okay, so fairly close to the like a week or so away from the city that's on there.
Yeah. So on the continent map,
Yeah.
city to the northwest is
Which
Aramore.
city is that again?
Aramore to the
Okay.
northwest, far northwest.
Yeah.
It's closer to that city than any other.
I'm gonna put myself a little note on there where this town is on my map. Little question mark beside it. Brunswick? Question mark?
But anyway, yeah, that's where the close to where the town is at for you guys. Hathel, like upon saying this, is just gonna kind of chime in just a little bit. It's just like 3 weeks of travel. Already one of us.
Oh, it's been a little longer than that. It's not like I went straight here. It's,
True.
location, stay for a night, get run out of a town,
By chance, do you like eggs?
Get thrown out
Yeah.
for what?
Oh, sorry, I was saying yes to the eggs. What did you think I was saying yes to?
What? You've been thrown out of towns?
Yes. As you've seen today, I do not always have the most inviting welcome.
Yeah, I've noticed this place as a whole, people don't seem to be very accepting, I guess, of things outside of their norm.
No. People usually are comfortable with the unknown to a certain extent, or when things have a bad reputation of sorts without meaning to be. Nothing on you.
Hmm.
And he just tosses him an egg. But that being said, we do need to actually head back to the inn and get a move on. Do you care to join?
Well, I was going to say, if you don't have anywhere to go, we have another friend who might be just as interested to see you and how unusual you are.
I haven't any particular destination in mind as of yet. I certainly wouldn't mind traveling with folks that aren't necessarily afraid of me.
Well, I believe Cricket would be very interested to meet you. Come along.
Well, lovely.
I take it you guys head to the inn?
I'm gonna pop back into the shop first, and I'm gonna catch up with him afterwards. Just go and like pay for my things and discuss a few more things just about the books and figure out which books I'm taking with me.
Okay,
Feel free to message on the books. We don't need to go through that.
alrighty. Uh, as you guys head back to the inn, as y'all arrive, Bart, if I'm not mistaken, is the name of the innkeep. Just currently cleaning up tables and everything. Tathel's like, I'm gonna head to my room real quick, and gather our things. Saphira, you gonna take our new friend to see Cricket?
Yeah, sure. Let me go
I'm
get
going
Saphir real quick.
to try and placate Bert about the fact that we have brought in a new friend that is kind of a giant insect.
Just a little bit different.
Like he as soon like he just kind of like looks up, sees, and he's just like, I've seen weirder.
Okay.
Yeah. And when you've been around as much as I have, and you're in charge of an inn, you'll see things, in all honesty, that are a little on the abnormal. This is not out of the abnormal. Why did someone think that it was?
They almost got mugged in the street.
Many people have.
Um, also, what? I feel silly for not asking this sooner. What can we call you?
Oh, apologies, I should have introduced. My name is DeFeiru.
Tefeiru.
Yes. And yourselves?
I'm Emerald. And this is Fida. This is
Assuming I've caught
Stalker.
up at this point to the end.
Well,
I was gonna say
the horned one was Fida. This is Tanithil, and the
Yes.
big one is Stalker.
Tathel is just kind of like doing a wave as he's like heading towards his room. Bart, the innkeeper, is just like, in all honesty, there's some people that have a bit of an issue. I'm pretty sure out of a handful of individuals, most are relatively fine. I hope. Asking DeFerro.
I'm sorry, I don't think I understood.
Out of curiosity, if I'm not mistaken, when you have issues, it's only a handful of individuals, correct? Not like an entire town.
Most of the time, there has been a small town or two that was less than welcoming as a whole, but not usually.
I sure hope not. It would be unfortunate. As he's just talking with you, Tanthil is in the room grabbing some things.
Assuming I'm arriving at this point and I'm gonna walk in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're only about 10-15 minutes behind them at most.
Yeah, like at most. It was just a few minutes. I need to go in there and actually pay for my stuff and get my things.
Yep. Saphira, I'm pretty sure you try and go get Cricket real quick.
Yeah, I'll take Sylphir and go look for Cricket.
You guys, you look around, but you can't find Cricket in the rooms or in the back with the wagon.
But I find the chicken, yes?
Yes. That's the important thing. Does he find
So
the
I
chicken?
will bring the chicken back with the necklace around its neck. Well, the bracelet around its neck.
If I'm not
And the
mistaken,
feather.
Sorry, I was gonna say if I'm not mistaken, Cricket also left you guys letters, correct?
Yes, but I don't know how obvious those were, and I don't know if they've been written.
If I'm not mistaken, Given did not send me any of those, so I
I don't
would
know if
naturally.
she's had a chance.
She hasn't had a chance. She's been busy, so I would say that you find those letters on y'all's on the top of y'all's bunks where y'all been sleeping, or at least you find one in your room there, Saphira.
We can
Okay.
go over the contents of those when we receive them.
I would say the gist is just her telling you guys that an important figure in her life showed up unexpectedly and asked for her help.
I'm not gonna assume. I'm just gonna not open the letter yet.
Okay.
We can do a flashback when they come available and wrap everything
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
I don't want to step on Given's toes for how she wants to.
Well,
do that.
I don't like. I don't also want to wait 6. Anyway.
No. We can say the gist of is she had to leave for a reason, and
Yeah.
we'll fill the rest in later.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
I will
So,
come
to my
back with the
perspective,
chicken.
you walk in with a chicken kind of confused looking, right?
Yeah.
A little. It's still a juvenile little baby.
It's a chick.
Okay.
Yes.
So I see you walk in, I go, oh, certainly not what I expected. And I walk up and I attempt to greet who I think is Cricket in your arms.
Say that one more time.
I I attempt to greet Cricket in your arms,
Oh,
because I assume that who you are carrying is who you wanted to introduce me to.
sorry. I had someone yelling at me from another room. No. Severa just looks at you confused. No. What? Oh, no, this isn't Cricket. No. No, this is her chick.
Oh, thank goodness we eat these where I'm from.
Oh, don't eat this one. She'll be pissed.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Although, I don't see her anywhere.
Anthel at this point is coming out of the room, packed up, ready to go. He's just like, "Get Cricket."
No, it seems she had to go somewhere or something.
Well, we can't leave without her.
Well, she is not anywhere to be found.
That's strange.
I'm gonna
She
go up to the
wasn't in
bartender and ask.
her room? Yeah.
Yeah, like, have you seen where she is?
I haven't seen her at all.
Hmm. Well, did you see her leave at all? Because
I've been in the back.
when we all left, she was here.
I was in the back dealing with orders and everything, getting food for patrons. As you can see, and you just see like a bunch of people are eating at tables.
That's fair. Thank you.
I'm gonna go check the rooms.
I go and pack up my things.
Mm-hmm.
You don't find Cricket there, Emerald.
But I do find the letter with the bracelet.
Yeah.
Assuming it's because the way she worded it, they were kind of stretchy. I'm going to take it and put it up above the metal spacer on the bottom of my beard. So
Okay.
the bracelet's sitting above the meteorite. And come back down with my things. It seems she had to leave to take care of a personal matter. And I'll kind of hold up the letter that we will elaborate on later. But it seems she's gone.
Hmm.
Knowing her, she can take care of herself. I'm sure we'll stumble across her in the future.
Vera just quietly opens the letter that she found and reads it to herself and just kind of stays in silence for a few moments.
As much as I'll miss her presence and would love to try and track her down to help with whatever she has going on. We are kind of on a tight schedule here. And we're paid handsomely to keep to that schedule. We can try and find information as we travel. See if we can hear rumors of where she might have gone.
Let's do that. You're right, we do need to keep moving.
We have quite a large threat in front of us. We should try and at least handle our end of it, whatever that is.
We did promise to leave today.
Atha's going to head outside and begin casting the spell to get the horse ready.
I come out of my room and, having heard most of this, stay quiet and go and head over to the cart and go and load my things up.
Well, to Feyru. We are going to be traveling some ways north. Would you be interested in tagging along?
I don't see why not.
I mean, having more people around should at least help defer the the people of wherever we go.
Sounds like a wonderful plan. I should say, whenever you hear DeFeyru talk, you hear lots of clicks coming from the back of his throat that he's just trying to overcome as he speaks.
I don't like it. That's me, Otter. I don't like it.
I do.
Emerald is curious and interested. Otter is just like, ugh. Flamethrower.
Oh,
Sure. Our carriage is out back if you'd like to join us.
lead the way.
And I will go ahead to the carriage with our new interesting fella.
As you guys kind of load up in the carriage and let Tanthel finish ritual casting the spell and begin heading out. Bart's just kind of giving you guys a wave, and the people in the town begin to kind of like get their day going. At this point, it's about midday, I would say, so it's starting to pick up a business on the
I did
streets.
have a quick question before we took off.
Go ahead.
I would have tried to ask the stable hand if they had seen Cricket throughout the evening. Just figure
Stable hand.
last point of contact before we leave.
Stable hand's just like, I haven't seen him.
Okay. Fair enough.
We get going. I am going to ask Tanathil. Tanathil, might I borrow your book again to take a look at? There's a few things I wanted to see about working on.
I guess.
Thank you.
As who's driving the cart? I do have to ask.
I mean, Tanithil at this point, I don't think I can drive a phantom steed.
That is true.
I'm going to
roll a
take this
hand
time to attune to my new mace. But yes, you wanted me to roll for Tanithil?
Yeah. Animal handling.
Yeah, give me just a second to pull up his sheet. Come on, roll 20. I believe in you. Oh boy. He's not very good at this. That is an 8 plus 2 for 10.
All right.
Wait, for the horses?
I don't know if you... No, that's not my call.
They're phantom steeds. I believe he
Yeah.
just controls them.
Oh yeah, he does control him, doesn't he?
I think so.
If it's a spell, I think.
Yeah, they are spells,
It
so.
is a spell.
Yeah. I was saying the thing and maybe attached to the thing and then but yeah.
I'll just look it up real quick.
No, you could just roll where they can actually drive them quite well. And you guys
Adjournment
head
takes a short rest.
out of Dawnvault towards the city of Aeston. Now, if I'm not mistaken,
Gonna
you
spend a little time
guys
writing on a bracer.
right now, if I'm not mistaken, you guys were a week when it comes to the travel. The last go around, you guys were by foot.
I want to say yes.
Right, and then the Phantom Steeds, if I'm not mistaken,
Has a speed of 100 foot.
100 foot, and how long does it last? Duration for an hour. So essentially,
You just keep casting it because it's a ritual.
yep. Just
But he'd have to do it every hour.
yeah. Every hour,
a 10-minute, 11-minute break isn't bad.
right?
Yeah.
And you guys
Many times are we
basically
doing that?
move along. So if I'm not mistaken, this should cut down y'all's time by half. I would say after about 12 hours of riding, you guys would stop to take a break for the evening, correct?
Works for me.
Yeah.
That's enough time for me to copy all 4 of these down.
Yeah, we're not gonna make Tanithil keep doing this all night.
Kind of.
No,
We
that's why he's been
could.
trying to get
This-
me to learn the spell.
But at this point, it's just
Technically,
like
the horse doesn't get tired.
true.
Yeah, but
But it
he
only lasts for
will.
an hour.
Yeah.
After about 12 hours, Danthil's just like, I'm gonna rest if y'all don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Who wishes to watch for the first evening? Out of curiosity.
I'll take it.
Fair. Alright.
4th watch. Or the last watch.
Alright. So who's got first? Saphira?
Zafira and Sylphir.
I'll take second.
Alright. Saphira, you got third or what?
Teferu, are you familiar with keeping watch for camping?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Good, good.
I've done it often.
And Fida, you said you've got fourth or second?
Yeah. I'll take the last watch.
Okay. So can I get perception rolls from everybody?
Yep.
$15.
I got a 22.
Zara, what the hell's with the crits, man?
I don't know, but I'm willing to bet that it's not gonna stick.
Probably not. Anyway, so first one up, Saphira, what is your
Give me a sec. I gotta remember.
That is an 18.
Sylphir's modifier.
nice?
Sylphir has what, a +3?
I do believe so. Sorry.
Okay, so let me roll 2 more of these. Well, at least his was decent. Mine was a 10, his was a dirty 20.
All right. The first watch, very simple to get through. Hardly any noise to be heard. As some time passes, gets to the point where it's about time for Fida, if I'm not mistaken. No, wait, you're taking the last watch. I apologize.
I'm on second.
Emerald, you're second. It's Emerald's turn to take the watch. I take it you wake up Emerald for the watch there, Saphira?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
and I'll leave Sylphir with him. I'll just leave you with the one roll instead of doing it over and over and over.
All right. Emerald. What was your perception?
15.
Right. And then Tefero, you're the third, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes.
Emerald, as the watch goes by, you hear every now and then the sounds of an animal kind of moving off in the distance. Not very heavy on the foot. Occasionally you hear a twig snap. Pretty sure every now and I'm pretty sure it kind of catches your attention just a bit.
Yeah. If a twig snaps, I already have like a this motherfucker. Every time for the rest of the game. Anytime a twig
Rest of the game.
snaps in the middle of camp, I'm just gonna be like, "Don't you do it!"
What you doing? As your watch comes to an end, you get ready to wake up Teferu. Teferu,
Yes.
during your night sleeping, you do get a rather interesting dream. That of people, parties, lavish, with a background of the color red. Occasionally in these dreams, you see yourself putting on a show for people, being a bit of the life of the party, and just kind of taking center stage. Before the stream can really kind of continue and get an understanding of the color red, why everything is bathed in it, Emerald wakes you up for your watch.
Well, that was quite an unusual dream. Is it my turn for watch then?
Yes, it is.
Excellent.
It's been a
I'll hop
quiet
to
night
it.
so far.
Oh, that's good. Right, I will let you to rest then.
Right. And then DeFerro's your watch.
And despite what you said, Sylphir does not go to sleep. He stays up with you.
By chance, DeFerro, do you do anything during your watch?
I just kind of patrol the area, keeping a wary eye out. See my head moving as I hear different sounds to try and just kind of track what's doing those.
Right. Every now and then, like, you kind of catch sight of a squirrel or maybe a owl kind of flying off through the trees. It's a pretty calm night. After about a little over 2 hours, you realize it's about time to wake Fida up for her watch.
Sure. I'll go over and I'll just kind of nudge her awake a little.
Right.
That time already. Alright. Get some rest.
Excellent option. Good luck
Fida,
on
what are
your
you doing
watch.
for your watch? Oh, sorry.
I am going to use 2 of my sorcery points to make a first level spell slot and stack enough warlock spell slots to make to get the sorcery points back, and then I'm going to do a short rest for an hour while just kind of hanging out and listening, and pull out a book and read one of the new books and read a bit about the Shadowfell book that I'd found.
All right.
Then after an hour, I'm gonna do it again.
Right. As you're just kind of chilling, if I'm not mistaken, y'all are not too far away from the trails, the main road, correct?
You were the one driving the cart.
Probably we would have.
I've come to the realization not to say what a character does. So
we would
what do you want
probably
me to do?
follow the same travel we've been doing, come off the trail enough to not be blatantly visible to those passing, but close enough where we can get back on easily. So a little bit off the path.
All right. That's being said, as
we have a white screen.
You're just, huh?
We do have a white screen.
I didn't mean to have a white screen. I apologize, guys.
I mean, it's better than blue.
True, I'll give you that. As your shift is coming to an end, it's a rather calm watch as well. Nothing major importance occurs for the evening. Tathil at this point is just kind of like wake up. He's like, we're going to get ready if we're going to get to Easton anytime
Man.
soon.
That's like the longest rest an elf has ever taken right there.
He wasn't resting the entire time. First 4 hours, he was chilling, reading books.
He most likely was transcribing Tensor's floating disk into his book.
Yeah, most likely.
He and I had an agreement on that one.
So, anyway, he ritual casts Phantom Steed. And basically just is like, are we getting ready to go?
I mean, with due haste.
Yeah, I'll
Right.
pack up the tent and all that.
We have a fire.
I figured y'all did.
I'm gonna go and take some of the charcoal from it.
Okay. As you guys are getting in the wagon and everything, Tantha just goes, "Are we gonna continue like we did yesterday? At the pace we're going, we should be in Easton in 3 days total."
We felt that would be the best way to get there. We need to get there quick.
All right. I'll keep
Yep.
things going then.
Thank you.
And you guys begin heading out. Like yesterday, riding nonstop for 12 hours for taking a break on the side of the road.
Seeing as Cricket is not here, Saphira during the travel is nurturing the relationship between Sylphir and the baby chick.
Okay. Well,
Does
with
this
that,
mean we need to get Sylphir a saddle?
Oh yeah, she's gonna work during the travel too to enlarge the harness so that it will fit her, adjust it to her size. I believe Cricket said it was adjustable.
well, as y'all are getting ready for y'all's second day to take a break, we're actually going to take a break.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Right? We're going to take a 10-minute break. Give us
Alrighty.
10 minutes, guys, and we'll be back with some more Varinheim. So if I'm not mistaken, you guys are starting the second night of Rust.
Yes, we
I
are.
need perception rolls from everybody, and who's going first, second, third, and fourth?
I will still take the
I'll
same
go third
watch.
again.
Second.
All right,
I'll
so
go
same
first
order
again.
as last time.
Yeah.
Can I get perception rolls from everybody?
You bet you can.
Okay.
24.
That's a
My
2
crits did
for a
not
total of 9.
I got a 7.
All right, Saphira.
Give me a sec.
It's a 25 and it's something.
Okay, Saphira did much better this time, but Sylphir did not. Saphira's at a 25, Sylphir's at 16.
Sylphir is somewhat distracted. No, I'm kidding. That's still amazing. The first watch, like the night before, goes rather quietly. Nothing out of the ordinary. As the watch passes off to Emerald. Emerald, what was your roll?
That was a whopping 9.
I do actually need to ask, what are you guys doing during your watches? Mine is just keeping watch. Anything
mean-
extra?
Emerald does the same thing every day before bed and during watch, and is sitting there conversing with their friend.
Right.
Saphira probably just chats with Sylphir, and considering she's taking care of the baby chick now, is just like
Ending to the little chick.
tending to the sleeping burb.
Right. Emerald, as your watch comes, you get kind of distracted a little bit more than usual with the skull. As you
I mean, the
converge and
possibility
talk
of
with it.
possibly being able to directly talk to it is heavily on my mind.
As time passes by, the third watch goes to Deferru, who you rolled a 7 if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, so during my watch, I'm examining the local foliage and comparing it to my knowledge of what I'm familiar with, and just like grabbing certain plants and whatnot and shoving them in my bag.
All right.
Probably of note to you, Deferu. Sylphir was awake with Emerald when you were woken up. Stays awake with you again, like the night before.
Okay, so you would notice after I wake up then that as I begin my watch, the coloring on my shell actually darkens to match as closely as possible the color of the surrounding area.
As is that it for your watch there, Deferru?
Yeah.
As time passes, about 2 hours go by. You go and wake up Fida.
Let nudge Vito awake again.
We meet again.
The same as every.
Not quite the same. Your shell is darker again.
It is the same for me.
Interesting. Raises some questions, but now's not the time. Get some rest. And I'm gonna hop out of the cart and take my book over there, make my extra spell slot, rest. Do
What was
exactly
your
what I did
perception
before.
roll?
24.
During your watch, about midway through, you hear off in the distance towards the actual main road what the sounds of a wagon or carriage, some sort, crashing, like just like a large noise hitting a tree. You begin hearing these snarls and grunts of these monstrous creatures just off the distance, about 100 yards at most, away from you guys. you then begin, like after just a few minutes, begin hearing the faint screams of people. At first, it just sounds to be of a guy, but then you also hear the screams of a woman as well, and possibly of a child.
I'm gonna go to the cart and I'm going to start with waking Emerald up. Unless
Mhm.
Tanithil's awake already.
Atlas
Did
asleep.
he?
He's
Okay,
meditating.
he rested in this on the second one.
Yeah, he's resting during the third and fourth watches. Yeah.
Mm. What's up, Vita?
There was a sound of a wagon that it crashed. There's a snarling beast or something. There's people screaming out there now. Not in our immediate vicinity, but about 100 yards or so.
Enough that we should look into it?
Well, listen.
I would say that you should be able to, as you're awake, be able to hear it. There, Emerald.
Well, I guess we should go investigate that.
I'm gonna wake up the others as well and explain quickly.
I was going to say Silver's probably already nudging Saphira awake.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Who
So-
will quietly grab a weapon and motion for him to stay with the chicken.
As you guys are kind of, I take y'all are going to try and stealth through the woods.
What I'm
Back to
thinking is
the-
because Tanithil is
Alright.
meditating and he has to have the 4 hours meditation, he's the one with these spells or with the shadow horse that he should probably stay meditating so he can function.
Yeah, I'm. Tatha, I'm gonna have say he just stays there.
Okay. I was going to say Tanithil did give me instructions if I were to have to run combat for Tanithil, but that's up to you.
Yeah. No, I'm having Tanthil stay out of combat if I can.
Okay.
Tanithil and the baby chick and will gently nudge Deferu awake.
So you wake up to Pharaoh as well?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, nudge him up. Hey, something's going on nearby.
I spring up to my full size and grab the quarterstaff looped around my back at the ready.
She just gives you a little one finger over the mouth. Shh, quiet.
I'll take the time of everyone else waking up for me to actually, slip back into my armaments.
Okay. And are we being stealthy?
Saphira
We're
will-
going to try.
Exactly. Try.
Try. Can I get stealth rolls?
As a note, Saphira is staying just behind Deferu.
That is a natural 1 on my stealth.
Oh no.
For a total of 3.
So,
Boy, I am so glad.
with
that
disadvantage... With disadvantage, my first roll was an 18. My second roll was a 2 plus 1 for 3.
Y'all, happy day that Tanithil was like, Saphira, get these boots. Because my first roll was a 1. My second one was a 16 total.
Boots are already paying off in spades.
Uh-huh.
If it wasn't for the other two.
Yeah, but it would have been so much worse with another 1 in there.
Oh, it'd be hilarious.
What did DeFeru end up with?
13 by the looks of it.
13.
13.
Alright. So, yeah, you guys are coming in from the left-hand side of the main road that leads on to Aston. You guys should have control of your tokens.
You bet.
Assuming Tanithil is not actually in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tanthil is not.
Well, seeing as I clearly tripped and fell, I'm gonna be back here.
I would say as you guys are making y'all's way about 3/4, like Emerald. Well, actually, I'm gonna give this one a feat. That one Vita. As like you guys are kind of like traversing through, like you just kind of like step on a branch and it kind of like sinks a little bit and like digs underneath a log and you kind of like trip and you just like just try to like catch yourself.
It's
Saphira
like I catch myself
freezes.
on Emerald.
Pretty much.
Straddle him.
Which just kind of like causes Emerald to even do like a couple of steps forward. Just chain reaction.
Saphira freezes in place the moment she hears this. One ear like turns to the back, and then both are back forward again and does not move a muscle.
As like that happens, and like you're just staring at him. You hear this grunt. It's like noise just starts like just heading in y'all's direction. You see what appears to be giant like goblin bear like creatures, just kind of like with just how to almost like a with morning stars, just kind of beating on the ground, just kind of like looking at this point, just like look like in the direction that you guys are coming at.
Do they look like the creatures that I ran into with that were assaulting the noble when I first got here?
Yeah,
Okay.
you see one is just kind of like pillaging this carriage, just like kind of like ripping things out. Just one's beginning to like just kind of like take apart the front part of the carriage to get the horse loose. One is looking in y'all's direction, like trying to see where you guys are at, and then you see another that's just kind of like rounding up the family and just basically like throwing one that just across the road into a tree. Just the body just hits it, just kind of goes limp a little bit.
So, how clearly can we see them from where we are?
There's a
The
pretty decent
brush.
brush, but you can see these two all right. It's not great.
Can't really make out the two on the other side of the road.
Correct.
Okay.
Can I get initiative rolls?
Yep.
Is it 9 total?
Oh, shit. That's a natural 20 for 23.
Did you
I
actually
got a
just
20.
I rolled 2 20s. Yes, I did.
I rolled a 6 plus 1 for 7.
Okay, so what emerald? What'd you roll? 7. Saphira, you were 23.
Yes.
Fida
9 total?
and
Ooh.
Defiru.
20.
Alright. So at this point, then the first one up is Saphira, followed by Bears. And then that's going there. This one is there, and then this one's right here. Alright. So yeah, as like you're kind of like looking up and like kind of like looking over. I would say that like the two on this side can definitely see you guys.
Yeah.
Or at least can definitely make out where those two are at. Maybe not yourself. You can move your token where you want it to be actually precise,
Yep.
by the way. I do want to point that out. It doesn't have to be where it's at.
Saphira is going to suddenly take off past you, Deferu, and she's The bugbear in front of her right now is gonna see like yellow glow coming out of the woods at it.
Okay.
And she's just gonna run straight into it in a rage and smash it in the face with her maul.
All right. Roll it like you just kind of like barreling through the woods. Just, I take it go to swing essentially.
Yeah.
All right. Roll attack.
I wouldn't even necessarily call it a swing, but like using the force of running, just like hand just under the head of the maul, just kind of smashing it into the face,
All right.
or attempting to at least.
Okay.
That is a 10.
As like you come in, like the bugbear just grabs it and just snarls at you.
All right, then we're gonna rip it out of its hand and hit it in the side.
Go for it.
This time a 17 to hit.
As I kind of like rip it, the bugbear just kind of like goes to grab you, just kind of undercut, just right in its side. Roll damage.
Just closed the window. I did not mean to do that. Give it a sec to load. That is not calculating for my rage, so 16 total.
16.
No, 14.
14. So you just kind of like you hear as like the ribs, like you hear the sound of ribs kind of cracking on the inside. The bugbear just kind of in your direction. Their turn. All right. This one, which was pillaging the carriage, just kind of like it's just kind of like looks up, it just makes a beeline around towards you, and it's gonna take a swing. Okay. 24 to hit.
That will hit.
Right. Just as like it just kind of like comes around and swings and just kind of clocks you like right in the side. 13 piercing.
Alrighty. Is that halved or no?
I didn't know if you were raging yet or not.
I am.
Okay, yeah, that's not halved. So 13, 6.
6.
Yeah, because it's rounded down.
Yeah.
All right. The other one at this point is also going to move up and get between you and everybody else. And as it kind of like gets in between, it's going to just basically turn and like go for your back. Try to. It's not technically flanking, so, but damn, 23. Okay, what the hell? That hits. Just kind of like comes up to your back and just quickly just jabs right into the back. Another 5 piercing. That's 2 damage.
Yes.
All right. DeFaro, you're up.
Excellent. I'm gonna scoot up to right behind this guy so that gives me advantage on the attack roll against him. Yeah.
Go for it, yes.
Okay. So I'm actually going to also rage.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm gonna smack him with my quarterstaff here. Oh, with advantage. I'll just hit that twice because I forgot to click the thing.
Jesus Christ.
There it is.
First hit the character does in the campaign. Critical.
And it's a crit. All right, so how
Excellent,
crits work
excellent.
there?
So,
Four dice, he's
this was
rolled 3 of them have
also
been crits.
because it was with advantage. It was also going to take a bonus d6 damage from sneak. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Where's the dice?
Otter's like, wait, what?
What
So
have you
this
done?
important
I see where this is going. I looked at this idea.
important for you to
so-
know, Zara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way the crits work in this game, I believe Trail was about to tell you.
Hmm.
You roll the die the regular way, the first set of die. The critical die, you do not roll them like you normally would. Instead, they
You
are
max
just
them out.
max.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
let's see
crits
here.
always hurt.
So that's going to be a d6. So plus then. Hold on. What does this wind up being? Because I'm burning a few abilities here. We're going with. Well, so the crit, so the d6 from the quarterstaff plus 3? That's not right. Why is that?
So the way you can do it for the numbers on Roll20, you see the plus whatever number next to each of the die rolls.
Yeah.
That plus is the crit. So ignore the number that's being added to it on the right side of each of those. And just maximize the damage of that.
Yeah.
So it'd be 11 plus 6 instead of 11 plus 5, and 1 plus. Well, 1 plus 8 is still 1 plus 8, so.
Yeah. So you really just need to add a 1 there to all that. And then you gotta add a d6 for your sneak damage, correct?
Well, and then I roll an additional time when I strike with a melee. Or I roll, or when I score a critical hit with a melee weapon attack, I can roll one of the weapon's damage dice an additional time and add it to the extra damage of the crit hit.
Okay.
So you'll roll that and then have a second one for crit because it's a die roll.
So is that 3d6 plus the crit die plus whatever the normal bonus damage is?
Yeah. I do believe.
Okay. Wow, those were some crap rolls right there.
Rolled
What?
crit. Everything else is crap.
Oh, except I can re-roll 1 on. Oh no, that's on an attack roll. Damn. Okay, not on the damage.
Oh.
Okay, so plus the maxed out damage of 6 plus the damage from the staff plus the damage from my ability. So that's 15 damage with those horrible, horrible rolls.
How much damage is that
15?
total?
15 total.
Is that including the crit?
No,
I think
it
so, yeah,
can't
because
be.
it's 3d6 plus the maxed
You're-
out d6.
That can't
plus-
be including the crit because your bludgeoning alone would be 17.
Yeah.
I don't know what
I'm
I'm
not
doing wrong then.
If I'm not
For-
mistaken, isn't it these?
For each die in all of that, add a second die of max value. All of your dice
Yeah.
have that extra value on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
roll. You don't.
Gotcha.
You don't roll your critical die. You just get a
max it.
max.
okay, well then my maxed out critical die is 18 plus the 15 for 33.
There you go.
There you
That makes
go.
much
That
more
sounds
sense.
better.
Because it really sucks to have a critical and you do a 1 damage plus a 1 critical damage.
Yeah. So
At
33
that
damage.
point, it's emotional damage.
Yeah, it is. To yourself.
Yeah, mostly to yourself.
So it's like you just kind of like run up and just crack your quarterstaff right on the back of Like on the back of the enemy, you just right at the back of the neck. You just hear. He just turns and looks at in your direction. It's this one's turn. It is. Upon like seeing you just run up and crack the back of its friend, it's actually gonna try and flank you. Actually, Saphira, that's gonna trigger an attack of opportunity.
Yes, it is. Don't you run from me.
Rolls a 1.
Probably. No, but it was close. It was a 3, so 10 total. It's running.
It's running. Gets right behind Zara there, and just with advantage, it's 24.
24 hits.
Yep. Jesus, 15 piercing.
15, alright.
Just comes back, just clocks you like right in the side as it's coming around.
You just hear angry clicks coming out of me.
Vita, you're up.
I am going to I'm going to hex this dude, and I'm going to Eldritch Blast him.
Eldritch Blast. Force damage, if I'm not mistaken.
That is an 18 and 26 to hit.
That hits.
Both?
Yes.
Okay. Where's my D10 and okay, so that is 11 necrotic damage. And keep that thing going away. It's blocking my view. And 28 regular. Or 28 force.
28 force, and how much was the other?
11 necrotic.
Jesus, okay. $24 plus 11 plus 12 was already the jeez. Okay, so like as like you just kind of like blast this bugbear, like it just like
It was 22 force, my mistake.
22. Okay,
Yeah,
I mean
22 force and 11.
I mean either
necrotic.
way, it's not that much. Yeah. Like you just see part of his side just cave in. His arm just kind of like goes limp. He's like barely standing up. Blood is just kind of like at this point just kind of like leaking and pooling out of his mouth. Just a lot of internal hemorrhage going on there from the force damage.
Not sure.
Emerald, or is that it for you there?
That's
Fia?
it.
Okay, Emerald, you're up.
I'm gonna try and cause a distraction. I'm gonna take a couple steps forward and draw my new mace. Shining light in a 20-foot radius and dim light in an extra 20-foot radius.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my other hand with the shield and just kind of run it down one of the rivets on the armor, drawing a little bit of blood, and cast Bane on the 3 in front of us.
Okay.
That is a charisma save. DC 14.
Okay. So they're all just kind of like just start retching a little bit, just trying to like fight off ever you just casted. But I'm taking a Bane, just a D 1d4, correct? On their attack rolls, saving throws, and all that jazz.
Attack rolls and saving throws. Correct.
Yep. All
Yeah,
right.
reduced by 1d4.
As like you kind of like cast that, you're able to actually see off in the distance a little bit. You see this bugbear just slam down on one of the family members who was inside the carriage. The body just you just see blood just shoot off in different directions. The body just goes limp. Saphira, you're up.
So the one that ran around behind me got pummeled senseless.
Yeah.
We're gonna swing the maul around into its side, try and break some more ribs.
So you're talking about this one right here as well?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead. Swing.
Oh, these bad rolls. A 9.
Suggest rolling
As-
with something that is not that.
As like
Well,
you just kind of like try to uppercut with your maul, like the bugbear just kind of like moves back a little bit, just kind of like tries to move out of the way, and you just right up in front of it.
well, if he's trying to get away, we're gonna reach out and try and grab him.
Go for it. You have extra attack, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So strength versus strength.
Or athletics if he's better with that. 16 total. You know, this was
I mean-
rolling okay earlier.
You know what? Just out of curiosity, Mike. He rolled a 1 on the spot.
So we're
So,
gonna grab
yeah.
hold of him and not let
You
go.
just kind of like grab hold and just pull him down towards you, I guess. Or-
I am starting to swing him around,
Okay.
but I'm assuming this is gonna take a full action, so it won't happen until my next turn.
Okay. This one, like, as soon as like you kind of like you grab his buddy, he's gonna swing at you. He's gonna move to try and. No, he would actually take it back. He's gonna just hit you right where he's at. Just for flavor text there, Saphira, do you want to say you went already ahead and start moving his buddy? Just a little bit?
Say that one more time.
For flavor, do you just want to say you already started moving him? Out of curiosity?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she's like
Which
starting to
direction?
swing him
Left or
around.
right? Left or
She
right?
is. So, I'm assuming that there's a tree right here-ish. So she is swinging him around in this direction to smash into this dude.
Okay, I'm gonna say like as like you kind of get this guy to right here. The other bugbear went to like swing and just clocks his buddy like in the head. Just and you just see the head just,
Beautiful.
damage. 4 piercing. Okay, and it just like you just see the head just kind of like tilt sideways. Bugbear just kind of like collapses. Still alive, breathing, but just like you're just holding on to it. As the other bugbear's just like this one's gonna try and break free from your grip. So strength check versus strength.
Okey-doke. I just realized I forgot to roll that.
That's not happening.
But, oh, well.
Even if I did have to.
Oh, 16 again.
I was gonna say it's not happening because you have advantage. So like it tries to like break free, but you're just holding on to it at this point. Deferu, your go.
Excellent. I'm going to attempt to do the same thing to the guy that is behind me.
All right.
Go.
I need to roll a bane for this one,
no.
correct?
On the saving throws.
Oh.
Yep.
You got to hold.
Okay,
Like
so-
you just kind of like grab on and hold on to him. What are you doing with him? Oh.
Well, oh
Are
no
you
no
hitting
no!
with a
Sorry, I was hitting him with
Oh.
a quarterstaff. Sorry, same thing I did on my last turn.
I thought you meant same thing as what Saphira is doing.
No, that would be
That's what I was
interesting, but
thinking
no,
too.
I'm just going to smack him.
Okay.
And our party just takes to hugging everyone.
Right?
DeFeyru, seeing what he's doing, is like, oh, that's a method. Tries for it.
Four-armed bear hug.
Oh
Or on
god.
bug hug. Yes.
Well, at that
Oh
point,
my
you can
God,
hug
yes.
and still kidney punch at
I
the
know,
same time.
right?
Wait,
I know.
is that a bugbear hug?
It is a bugbear hug.
Roll a d10 damage there,
Okie dokie.
Saphira, for the joke counter.
God.
Anyway,
That's a
that
10.
hits.
Hell yes, I'm winning.
Oh my god. That hits there, DeFaro.
Excellent.
Alright. 12 bludgeoning.
12 damage.
Alright. Like, as like you kind of like turn, he was already like crumpled, and like as you do, you just see like his head just basically kind of like free floating in its skin as it just crumbles to the ground.
Excellent. One down.
One down. What is? Are you moving or what?
Actually,
up?
yeah, I'll go stand next to him here and see why he's hugging this guy.
Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, that's it. I'm done there.
Fido, you're up.
I'm gonna move the hex. Okay, can I see this dude down here?
This guy
Am
down
I
here?
aware of him?
I would say you can see him. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna move the hex that is on this dude over onto this dude.
All right.
That's a bonus action. And I'm going to move to here, and I'm going to Eldritch Blast him.
Okay.
That is 218 totals.
That hits.
Okay.
Like you just kind of like moves and just hits him directly in the back. You just
24 regular and 4 necrotic.
all right. 20 total. Why is there a period? And like he's
I
just
don't
like,
know. I don't like random punctuation either.
is that it for your turn?
That is it.
Emerald, you're up.
I realize they don't really need a distraction in front of me. I'm going to sheath my weapon. I'm going to see where Fida shoots, and I'm going to kind of work my way this way. And I would like to send out a second level guiding bolt.
All right.
So roll to hit. That's a 16.
That hits.
Whew. Okay. 5d6. It's 10, 16 radiant.
16.
There were 3 ones.
As like you just kind of like just bolts tag the bugbear, just cries out from the pain. It just kind of like looks in your direction.
He is now ringed in light blue light, as the next attack against him has advantage.
All right. As he just kind of like looks in your direction, kind of like looks off into the woods. As he turns to move, like he just takes his weapon, just clocks the other person that was on the ground. The head, the jaw just moves off to the side as he just kind of heads off into the woods trying to get away. All right. Saphira, you're up.
Well, We're gonna finish doing what we started doing. We're gonna swing a dude into another dude.
Oh my god. Is that technically an improvised weapon?
I was gonna say, why don't you have improvised weapon training?
Hey, it's coming eventually, okay?
Oh.
The key word is yet.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Um. Yeah. So just like essentially trying to slam him down onto the other one. Um.
Okay, what would be the damage for this then? They're medium-sized creatures, so I would say. Do you want to roll a I don't know, a d6 damage for crashing in? I don't know.
That,
I don't know what this would
that's
technically be.
up to you. But what do you want me to roll for a hit? For 2 hit?
Uh, I'm just saying, you're just basically hitting him, so just roll a d20. Straight d20.
Okay.
Would it be plus strength though, or
Yeah, plus strength. Yeah, that's a bone cat there, Otter.
12 total.
You missed the guy that was you were trying to hit him with, and it's you kind of keep going. You just crash him into the tree next.
That works too.
So roll a d6.
Okay. Um, let's. I don't know where I can.
Yes, the bone cat is Noah there, Otter.
I don't know. We'll go in here for this.
You monster.
1 damage. Plus rage is another 2.
As you kind of hit the bugbear up against the tree, just kind of more just tags the shoulder. It just scrapes across, barks, just scrapes. He's over at this point. Plus 3. All right. The bugbear that you were, is that it for your turn, by the way?
I'm assuming that uses my full action, considering
say
I'm
so.
swinging an entire body.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right. So the one that you try to hit just kind of just lunges at you.
Okay.
15 to hit.
That does not hit.
As he goes, hell, it would actually been less because of Bane, so it would have been less. As he tries to hit you, you just kind of move out of the way just a bit. The other one is going to try and break free. Strength versus strength. Does he still need to roll Bane there, Otter?
That's an ability check. It's only for
Saving throws
attacks
and
and saving throws.
Yeah, that's right. I apologize.
I'm sorry, that bugbear is
Damn.
attacking Tana? Yeah?
No, this one's
No,
trying to break
okay.
free.
Gotcha.
That is
So
a
strength
14.
It does actually manage to finally just kind of break free from you. And as he does, he's going to try and step aside away. Roll attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Because he's going to actually
Don't
try
you
and move
run from
away.
me. 15 to hit.
As he's kind of taking a step, you just barely miss. As he just kind of moves on
Okay,
away from you.
so 16 is our number.
30. Yeah. You're up, DeFaro.
Okay. I'm gonna help finish this guy right here before running off after the one that's running away from us. So I'm going to once again attack with the quarterstaff.
You want to move your guy up?
What?
Your
Sorry,
staff should
this
have a
guy
10
right
foot
here,
range.
is he not still alive?
Oh, yeah, you have 10-foot range. Yeah, the guy that was here has moved. He's over here now.
Oh, he's on my screen still. Weird. What a glitch. Okay. So one,
Oh, well, that's
two,
weird.
three.
Very weird.
Okay, so yeah, I'll go right up to him then, and
Okay.
do that quarterstaff attack, which Doesn't appear to be doing much.
No, 12 does not hit. As like you kind of like coming, just kind of like crack it against the side of a tree without meaning to.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. As a bonus action, I'm gonna try and punch him,
Okay.
which I believe is even worse. Excellent.
Like as like you try to like go to hit right by that bugbear.
I feel your pain with the rolls.
Is that it,
Just out of
Desert?
reach. Yeah, it's it for me.
Alright. Vita, you're up.
Alright, so I'm going to move forward 30 feet, so that'll be to there.
Alright.
And
Eldritch Blast, I'm pretty sure.
I am absolutely Eldritch Blasting him.
Yeah.
Nice.
First one has advantage.
Right. That's a good thing, because I rolled a 1 on that one. Whew.
Rolls another one.
So that is a... Well, I rolled a 15 on that one, plus my plus 8 to it. And then the other one was
That
a
hits.
dirty 20.
That roll damage.
Okay, so that 4 damage, because I rolled the damage dice first for some reason. Confidence, what can I say? That is 8 necrotic and 21 force.
Like as like you just cast it, it just hits the back of the bugbear. Its back just kind of like arches and just kind of flies forward a little bit.
He's still
before
standing?
crumbling to the ground.
Oh, he's dead? Okay, I'm going to Quicken Spell, and I am going to Eldritch Blast.
Well, you still have the second bolt before you even do that, right?
No, I rolled both there.
Oh, okay.
Because it's targeted the same person. So I'm going to Quicken Spell, and I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at this one, because it's 2 beams. So I just roll automatically both beams.
Alright.
So that is a 15 and a 27 to hit with the second Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So I believe the 1 hits this dude because I'm hitting him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll damage. How much damage actually did you say?
It's 8 damage total.
Right. Like it just kind of like fires it. Kind of hurts the bugbear. You kind of like, but looks in your direction at this point. Emerald, you're up.
And look.
Oh, we can't hear you.
I'm going to walk right up. Can you hear me now? Yeah?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can.
Okay. I moved my keyboard and it tapped the button on the stream deck to mute me.
Nice.
Whoops.
That would do it.
Yeah, but I'm going to move right up. I'm going to brandish my new mace, so bright light is now enveloping Stalker, myself, and this bugbear. I'm going to crack him in the shin.
Go for it.
And go bite his ass down to your level.
That was almost a crit, but 19 on the die plus 5.
That hits.
For a whopping 1d6. Because it is not a fiend or undead. So that's a 5 plus 2, so 7 damage. And hold on. Where'd it go? I'm gonna yell over to Feyru. Don't let him get away! And you now have a D6 Bardic Inspiration.
You are inspired.
I inspire you to bonk him with your stick.
How much damage does this one take there?
7.
All right.
7 shin damage.
All right. As you just kind of like clock it like right in the shins, it just kind of loses stepping for a moment. Is that it for your turn?
That'll do it.
All right. So one's inspired, the other one took shin damage, and Saphira, you're up.
Well, seeing as this one is still right, why? Oh, I'm not on the right tool. Click. Is right here. We're gonna move on over, and we're gonna take a swing at this one with the maul.
Go for it.
With my mother's die, cause
With advantage.
oh shit, my mother's die said yes. That is a critical. That is a nat 20.
Nice.
I'll just switch dice.
The maul is 2d6. The d6 is the one that's missing, so I'll just use this one twice. So that's a 6, and 5, 11, 13. What is my 13, 17 plus another 12 for the crit is 29. What did I say? 17 plus 12. Yes, 29 damage total.
You're hitting the maul with the maul. As
Yes.
like you just kind of like crack it like right again. Where are you hitting this actually? I need to ask.
Probably in its side, opposite of the shin that was struck.
Right. So like as you hit the side, you just hear the bones crack of its rib cage. You hear it cry out and pain. It's just like you hear its breathing become raspy.
Wheezing.
It's wheezing, it's raspy, it's yeah. Is that a field son?
Was that one attack? That was one attack. So we're gonna do it again.
Go again. Rolls another crit.
I did! With the same die! This poor bugbear.
I helped.
How's he dying? How's he dying?
Um, we're gonna swing at the same side again, and this time we're gonna try and, like, push him all the way to the ground. You know when people get hit in the legs and the top at the same time and they kind of spin?
Yeah.
Essentially kind of doing that with Emerald's mace swing.
All right. So like as like you guys collide, like it just extra force. You just see the bugbear just spin and just crumple to the ground. Its legs broken. Its size just to the other, just leaning the other way. You see it's basically in 3 different directions.
Glad I wore him down for you.
Yeah, good job.
Little smack on the shin. I got him good.
And is that it
That's
for your
my
turn?
turn.
The one up
Yep.
near DeFaro is just going to instantly swing at you there, DeFaro. Oh. Ooh. Okay. — 11 plus 16 is 27, 29. Like it just clocks you just like directly in the chest as like you were trying to like come up with that previous hit. I don't know where your health is at. You are muted.
I'm okay. You
You're
said that was
okay?
29 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh
I'm
yeah, you're
doing
raging.
I'm Oh yeah, I'm raging. Am I supposed to I have
You would
never
have that.
That's 14.
It's even better. Oh, I'm doing fine then.
You're doing fine. All right, you're up.
Oh, I forgot I was raging before. I forgot to add that attack that damage.
Yeah,
Fun.
forgot about
Okay.
that.
Well, we're going to go for it again. Do I have to use the bardic inspiration before I know if it lands?
Yes.
For 10 minutes, you can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. This can be added after seeing the roll, but before seeing the outcome.
Gotcha.
So you can roll first.
Well,
But
I
you'd
don't think
have
I'll need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll for damage.
Excellent. 6 damage.
It just clocks it like directly in the chin. Its head
Do you
just
take
kinda
any extra damage for raging?
Oh yeah, plus 2 damage from the rage.
Yeah.
Yes. And then as my bonus action, I am once again going to attempt to unarmed strike it.
All right,
And I will use my, was it a D4 or a D6? I'm sorry.
D6
D6. In addition, bringing it up to 18.
to hit.
Yes.
That hits. And
All
2
right,
damage.
and that will deal an additional 8 damage.
How you want to do this?
Sure. So I'm gonna whack it as hard as I can in its back with the quarterstaff, and then while it's kind of reeling from that, I'm gonna use one of my lower arms to punch it right in the jaw and just knock it over, knock it down, KO it.
As like you punch it in his jaw just breaks, and you just see it move like half an inch away from its face before it just collapses to the ground.
Oof. Painful.
I would say the horse at this point is.
And then I'm just gonna head back this way to see what's going on.
I'm hustling to the cart to see if anyone is
Likewise.
still alive, and if so, if anyone needs medical attention.
Yep.
You all see a child that's bloodied up against a tree, but it's the mother and the father are laying on the ground lifeless.
Then I am
Whereabouts
running
is the child
my
with the
ass
tree?
to the child.
Okay. Child at this point is just coughing, and you see a little bit of blood coming up, but I'm pretty sure one of you is able to heal, correct?
I was
Two of us
just
can.
about to do
Both
that,
of
yeah.
them can.
Okay.
I was about to give the child a first level cure wounds.
Right.
I'll run up and try and comfort them and like reach out and touch their shoulder and dump it. That's a D12, not a D8. Hold on.
If I'm not mistaken, I mentioned it was a girl earlier, so the young girl is just quiet, just kind of staring where her parents are lying at this point.
She regains 11 hit points.
That puts her basically at full. But she's just kind of staring where her parents were at, just breathing deep.
I'm sorry we couldn't get here sooner. We came as quick as we could here in the commotion.
Just kind of like looks up at you, and she just sinks her head kind of in your chest,
Mm-hmm.
and she just kind of begins to sob. She's
Come on.
speechless.
You shouldn't be around this. And I'm going to try and usher her up and shout out to the party that I'm going to bring her back to the camp. And just kind of try and usher her away from the scene in front of her. If she's willing, of course. But
Yeah, she's just sunken into your arm. She's got nowhere to go. She doesn't
is
want to go anywhere.
is this child larger or smaller than me? How old of a child are we talking here?
About 8 years old.
You're the
So
same size.
same size.
I'm 4'5".
She's
Yep.
about.
Nope.
She's a little under 4 feet.
I tell you, a 10-year-old is just over 3 feet, getting close to 4 feet.
Yeah.
So an 8-year-old's about 3 feet.
I can
Okay.
name 5 people that were over 5 feet at the age of 10 and 11. So
Either way, I'm gonna
average height, maybe.
I'm gonna take this child and let them go through their process, but get them away from the carnage.
I am going through the bodies
Yep.
for anything of value, the weapons, etc. Just seeing what is on them and kind of investigating them.
I'm going
You
to the
see that
cart to go and look
um,
through and see if there's any identifying papers, trinkets, anything of that nature.
y'all do find a couple of journals. One from the father, it appears, basically stating that they were traveling the road to Creighton, the town that y'all actually originally started in. They were heading there on just starting a new life. You also find what appears to be a couple of bags and chests that are carrying some weapons and everything. Not a whole lot, but mostly coin. Y'all are gathering roughly that the parents had roughly about 150 gold worth of stuff or coin in the pack. Is there anything I was missing? Because you said y'all were going through the bodies and everything.
I was going through the cart and he was going through the bodies.
Right. So
Yeah.
the body itself had the journal. The cart had the 150 gold.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I'm
pretty
not
sure y'all
going through the
probably should.
people. I'm going through the bugbears.
Okay. Oh. You say bodies, and I'm sitting there thinking, he's going through the people. He's checking, see what's going on. You know, it makes sense.
Clarify that as I was going to be checking the bodies afterward for identifying information.
All right. So bugbears. Each one's got a morning star and a javelin, and about a day's ration. The carriage has 150 gold, and on the bodies of the parents, there's like a small journal notebook type thing. That's detailing that they were just basically heading to Creighton to restart their life. Okay. Okay. Emerald, if I'm not mistaken, you're taking the kid back to the campsite, correct?
Correct. Trying to let them get through crying and what is your name? Kind of put them up in the cart in the pillow for it.
Just kind of, her hands just kind of resting in her lap, her head is down. She's just sobbing. She just tries to say something. She's just like, just try. We were just start a new life. That's all. Tanithil, by the way, is watching this at a distance, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Well, they were still meditating when we left, so they probably still have some time on that.
little bit.
Have
I'm
you-
pretty sure a sobbing kid would wake up Tanithil
Yeah.
to be like, the hell's going on?
Have you eaten tonight?
I do want to point out, Fida was early morning watch. It's morning,
Have you eaten?
so biscuit earlier.
Let's get you some food. And I'm going to start by taking a rag and just dampening it with my water skin and cleaning her up to the best of my ability of the blood and whatever is on her. And get her some food.
She just, after a few minutes of crying, is just kind of shell shocked to a certain extent,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just staring off into space.
While she's staring off into space, I'm going to approach her while rummaging through my bag. I'm going to pull out a little stuffed bunny and try and make it do like little hops in front of her and hand it to her.
Okay.
What? Roll
She's-
intimidation? Question mark? Giant mantis creature, just like.
She actually just kind of like looks at the bunny as you try to like make it do a bit of hopping. She's like, gives us a very small smirk before it just instantly fades. And she
You know-
just goes back.
I think I know what you need. And I'm going to go find Sylphir and retrieve a chicken.
I knew it.
Oh.
And I'm going to
So
walk
you're-
over with this little bundle of floof and just like, here, hold on to this. And hand the child a chicken.
As you kind of hand it, she, like earlier, gives a small smirk and just kind of holds the chicken in her lap. You hear her just her sniff. She just goes, "Thank you. I think. I think."
Take as much time as you need. You're safe here with us.
Tanith, I'm pretty sure, just kind of gets up at this point and kind of wanders over to you, Emerald, and defer you. I don't know why I had issues with the name just then. Just goes, "Are we taking the little one to Easton?"
We can't very well send her on her way alone.
I was gonna say, I don't think we can.
These creatures seem to be all over the place in this region. This is the second time I've seen them.
What creatures are we exactly talking about? Tanithil's back at camp. He doesn't know what it was.
Those
Sophia
hairy
and I
fuckers.
actually gone back to camp yet. We were searching
actually-
through everything.
Yeah, true. Are you back at camp there, Sophia, or are you still there?
No, I'm still at the site.
Oh, so you're talking to Fida then at that point.
Hmm.
Just in general, aloud.
Okay.
You've seen them before?
Yeah. Outside of Graydon.
Interesting. This is where this family was headed, was Creighton.
Seems to be a problem. People not wandering around not capable of defending themselves, wandering around with these creatures all over the place. Not very smart.
I'm not sure what to tell you. Wonder where they're coming from, though.
Probably the wood around. Creatures like this are all over the place usually. Just trying to survive. And if they're better at surviving than you are and fight, this is what happens.
What I think it is that they were trying to get away from the raids and headed up north to try and get away from that. And this is this is the fate they met, because it's been no safer down there.
Well, I guess we can take her with us. Uh, you know, there's that orphanage over in Creighton.
I was already thinking it. There's enough money here. There's enough gold here to help her start a new life.
Mm-hmm. We could have someone take her to Creighton once we get to Easton.
During this conversation, I'm going to walk over to Tanithil and ask if he can mind the child for a little bit.
Yeah, you can.
And while Tanithil is distracting her, I'm going to head up to the front of the cart, grab a shovel, and head back to the rest of the party.
Saphira's gonna see that shovel and start grabbing the corpses.
Are there any rings or anything like at all on the corpses that to give the child?
Say there is some jewelry, yeah. I'd say 2 rings and a necklace.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna put it in the chest of gold.
Okay. I'd say it takes you about half an hour
I
to.
would say I can help dig. I'm rather efficient at it.
If you saw me walking away with the shovel, you're welcome to join.
All right, excellent. I can dig out 5-foot square holes every 6 seconds.
Holy shit.
Well, I guess
Yep.
I didn't need to bring a shovel. Somebody has move earth.
Yeah.
Alright.
That speeds things up considerably.
Either way, make sure the parents are buried. Go find some wood and, put stakes at the graves.
As y'all are making the graves and everything, Tanithil is casting Phantom Steed and as the child sitting inside the wagon and having the steed pull the cart towards you guys.
Fida,
Yes,
can you do anything about all this blood?
I can, and I was just going to.
Prestidigitation.
I am going to prestidigitate as like all the blood away, even blood around
Okay.
around the bugbears, blood around off the cart, the blood around from everywhere. Seeing
Okay.
them coming, I'm going to go to the girl. I'm also going to prestidigitate the blood off of her.
I was
She's
just
still
about
just-
to ask that. I cleaned up as much as I could.
She's still just holding the chick and is just staring at it at this point. Tanithil just goes, if we can get to Aston tonight if we really do some traveling today.
I'm going to cast message and explain to Tanithil that there was the gold in several rings and like some jewelry that in the cart, and it should go with her. That the family was looking to go to Creighton, and all the information I know on the thing,
Okay.
on the situation.
Okay. He's like, well, let's say that we get a move on towards Aston. I take it y'all, after burying the bodies and cleaning up everything, head on out.
Yeah, load the trunk up into the cart and then head out.
Mm-hmm. Saphira's gonna take a few teeth from the bugbears before we leave.
And you guys head on to Aston. Which, as y'all ride for quite a while, I would past Fort Rylock and everything at this point. The horses are going at full gallop. Essentially, y'all are just trying to hoof it there. After about 12 hours, Santhil says, I can have us go for an extra 4, and we can actually get there by this evening. And actually stay there. Be probably a little bit more safer than out in the woods. You don't care for that?
I agree with that assessment, Anatho. That's what we should do.
Yeah, he shakes his head. Trek on for another 4 hours. As y'all get to the outskirts of Aston, y'all were there, if I'm not mistaken. At this point, it's been 3 days since y'all left Dawn Vault, and then it took y'all a week to get from Aston to Dawn Vault, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So 10 days total. Upon y'all getting back, the city looks to be in worse shape than where y'all left it in. The destruction, the fires, the pillaring smoke has gone further into the city borders. Just from the distance on the hilltop looking over the city, you can actually see the area that y'all most likely were staying at is a burning wreck at this point. And that's where essentially where the new line is drawn, it seems. You can hear the crackling of the fire. You can smell iron in the air. Across the river, you can see what appears to be boats and makeshift rafts and everything just kind of like broken. You can see that things have escalated at this point in the city. On the side that y'all approach the city, which is the south side, essentially, of the city, y'all see what appears to be soldiers, essentially, just kind of setting up encampments in certain areas and outposts. Others are marching. You see on the north end of the city, because of where the hill is at, you're about a mile or two away looking down at this area. You can see what appears to be columns of troops coming in. Reinforcements, it appears to be. And that's where we're actually going to leave off for tonight. We have a short session tonight. But we'll pick up
That's not that
from
short.
there. Yeah, it's still short. Shorter than what we usually do.
Yeah, it's
But
20
Otter,
minutes.
Yeah.
Otter, if you can close us out.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us tonight, everybody. Make sure to check out the rest of the shows we have going on throughout the week. Mondays right now, we just finished Season 3, so we're on a hiatus while we prepare for Season 4. Tuesday, we'll be back with our Star Wars game of Remnant Shadow. Wednesday, we'll be back with Falskallen Knights. Thursday, we have a Knight's Ransom. Saturdays just started back up this week, so we have the Stolen Cities on Saturdays. And then we'll see you all next week for another episode of Varinheim.
See y'all then.
Have you ever fought a dragon and stormed its mountain lair? Have you ever killed a vampire and seen the evil in its glare? Have you ever sought adventure and couldn't find it?
I was just about to say that the Emily cast Arcane Lock on this dog to make sure she No one.
Ayana, you said something about Zara's character during the fight. Yeah, you were like, oh, I saw this online or something.
I comment what he would do. Oh, I was looking at a build.
What do you think?
Dude, you said that, and I'm like,
I'm not gonna share what I'm running, but I'm curious what you think it is.
Yeah, what do you think it is?
I just want to wait and see. Right.
You're not.
You're not. We can tell you're not.
Okay. I'm excited.
I think as I do
Oh, speedy horses.
yeah, if I'm not mistaken, they actually run. Like, I was checking that out. They run pretty much. They go at